And what you're looking at here, guys, is the most OP, the most overpowered, works on all versions, super OP kelp farm. 7,000 kelp an hour. The chest is almost full and I just made it. Hey there guys, Skippy here for Skippy 6 Gaming. Guys, coming to you with a crazy cool tutorial, guys. We've been doing a bunch of stuff and I started with this whack kelp farm. I'm like, you know what? So my homie Fizz Cannon hits me up. You might have heard his name. He has hit me up with tons of cool tutorials, but as you can see, this kelp farm here is beast mode, guys. All the kelp farms made before this update are broken. The water flow changed, and with the new water flow, what we have here, guys, is the craziest kelp farm. So super shout outs to Fizz Cannon. He hit me up with this one here. I'm gonna link his channel in the description below. Go over and say what's up from me. And yeah, as you can see, guys, it is not even funny. Okay, so look at this. I just made this, bro. The chest is almost full already. If you are a smarty pants, what you were gonna do is, I'm gonna actually do a video where I hook them up, but long story short is the best part about a big kelp farm like this is that when mixed together with an auto smelter like the one I did yesterday morning, you could have the kelp go in here, the kelp would go through the furnaces and cook, go down here, you would turn the dried kelp into kelp blocks, which would be used as fuel to cook the kelp to go in here, and you could actually make it that way. Basically what you would do is the kelp would go in here, dried kelp would come out here, you would turn the dried kelp into blocks, and then you would place it in that chest there, and then that would become the fuel, and those blocks of kelp last forever. So basically what you would then have is an infinite furnace, not a fake infinite furnace using a duplication glitch or anything like that. It would actually be an infinite furnace. So I'm gonna do a little combo setup for that one, and yeah, for this one here, guys, let's go for 351 likes. If you are one of those dudes, don't forget to hit me up in the comments. And yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna do a combo where basically this is super huge. So long story short, this one here has the output of 6,500 kelp an hour. Do not, and listen to me here, guys, do not, once you make it, it takes a while to kick in. It does not happen right away. This will sit here for 15 minutes only putting out maybe one kelp or something. Wait, leave it there and wait, and it's gonna start pumping. So much so that, look guys, one chest ain't even enough. I'm telling you, I just made it. It's gonna go even more beast mode. Again, turning that into dried kelp and dried kelp blocks in your furnace is the best way to do it. Basically, you're gonna cook the kelp to this, take 9 of those, it turns into a block, the block becomes fuel for the furnace. And yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what ingredients you need. I don't know why I had like the biggest brain fart right there. So you just need water, glass, hoppers, kelp, dirt, and gravel. I don't know, you're gonna need a lot of it or a little of it, because the best thing about this is you can make this super huge and big, or you can make it tiny, tiny, tiny. You could even make it just one if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, look how fast it's going, holy cow. If you really wanted to, you could even layer it, as long as you leave 2 right there. So here's a perfect example. You could put dirt right there. See what we got going here? The kelp would grow, fall under, and you can just do another layer on top of it, another layer on top of it, another layer on top of it. It is OPAF. And yeah, so let's do it, guys. The reason you need a few different things, let me just grab these things that we need, is you need chests too, I guess, if you want to capture said kelp, and I'm going to just show you how to do it. So the reason why, first things first, you can grow kelp just fine on dirt. Dirt works just fine. The challenge is, if your dirt is on the ground level, it will turn to grass, even with kelp on it and with water on it. So see how it turned to grass right there? If there was kelp on it and water, the kelp would pop out. Kelp can't grow on grass, it could grow on just regular dirt. So the gravel is for only the first layer on the floor. You need to do that, or else your whole layer will turn green and stop putting out. And yeah, the reason why it's not good back here is because gravel falls, and you don't want to fill this whole thing with solid blocks. Dirt can just stack up like that. So easy enough. Let's just make a medium-sized one, whatever it is. We'll make it this big right here. There you go. So now once you have your first layer down, go over here. I'm never usually chintz with hoppers. For this, I would say, honestly, I've messed with it several ways, and I think if you watch Fizz's video, you can see that he does it in a way that uses walls in the front. I tried walls. Walls kind of messed with me a lot. Every time I did it, guys, look at that, look at that. Every time I did it, I was like, you know what, just put some dang hoppers in the front. You could run water sources and all that stuff, but it's not like, I would just put hoppers there. Personally, I'm not trying to save as much lag that I can't deal with, you know, 15 extra hoppers in my world. It's not that bad. So we're gonna make it, let's make it this big. There you go, that easy. Pile it up, zigzaggy like stairs. Go like this. Don't be chintz with the glass. Also, I'll tell you, if you got the glass, you'll make it much more. You can see that even now some kind of find little holes, little chinks in the armor, I think is what you could call it. So let's just go ahead and make sure that the glass blocks in. So just make sure the glass is blocking these guys in right here, just like this. And then you're gonna actually block one deeper. I'll show you. Go up here, go like this, and bring it right around like this, and then start taking it down. Like this, 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 like this. So once we do this, well, you know what? We'll put the glass in after. Go ahead and let's just go down here. Let's just use hoppers. So go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I do right here is put a chest right here. I know that I took chests out of my inventory. Very bad decision, Skip. We don't need pork chops. So put this guy right here. You're gonna maybe want to hook up a multi-chest system, and I think you could actually do that. I'll show you after. Since we're doing good today, this is not a hard video. Make sure you wait for it to start going. Okay, so that guy goes in there like this, all the way down. Once we've done this, let's go ahead and seal this bad boy up, just so things don't start leaking. You can cover up the chest right there and right there. Still open the chest. Perfect. Cover it up. This glass right here. Right there. So now go ahead and hit the corners here. See how the corners, it's going to automatically, they're going to get stuck there for sure. So hit the corners. I would make this guy too deep as well. That guy gets stuck a little. This backside, you don't have to. The very top, you don't have to, but right here, it does kind of need it. So let's just go like this, this. And again, you can make this as small, as big, as whatever you want. So go ahead and get your source blocks of water. So source block, source block. These are all going to be source blocks. You need source blocks in order to plant the kelp. In addition to that, the kelp will get planted. But as you notice, kelp will not grow on top of it. But when we finish our little trick up here, notice no kelp. But once we put our water sources above it, guess what? You're going to be able to grow kelp there again. Kelp will start flowing. Here's the kelp right here. You can see kelp pops and goes. Easy enough. So go ahead and finish filling these guys up with water. I'm going to go ahead and time lapse. I'm going to fill these all up with water and kelp. And there we are, guys. As you can see, this farm is perfectly ready to go. You could make this bigger, smaller, tinier. You can make it 2 thick, 1 wide. And yeah, super awesome, super cool. So the problem that you're going to have on these ones here, I think you could easily, if you wanted to, you could simply just turn any of these hoppers around. So a perfect example is if you wanted to, you could do this, because this is the problem already. You could see this chest is full. So the chest is full. You could start spreading the love. So watch this. We're going to take this guy right here. We're going to grab this chest, and we're going to put a chest right here and here. Then all you have to do is throw this hopper facing the other way. Again, this isn't the most productive way, but I mean, I would just do this because this thing is too beast. I mean, honestly, wow, what's going on, Skip? Let's just throw this guy right here. Perfect. And there you go. So now once that happens, Again, this isn't the most productive because it's going to fill this chest and then stop, but at the end of the day, this is going to have a lot of kelp. So if you really wanted to, you could keep this train going. You're going to see this guy's going to start loading up with kelp now. This guy's already loaded with kelp. Guys, I just made this before the tutorial, and there you go. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. Guys, you can see the beast mode. Shoutouts to Fizz as usual, and again, keep an eye out, guys, in the future, because basically if you were to take one of these and make it a big V, and then put this big V right on top of one of these auto smelters, you pretty much have an infinite furnace, and it looks like it would fit right on top, right? Basically, this is going to be a hopper facing in right here, and this is going to be the bottom of the V right there. And there you go. Put the hopper straight, put the kelp going up on an angle like a V, and you got yourself a victory party. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget as well to subscribe and stay tuned for more cool stuff. Holy OP of the day.